Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Once again, it is time for a Dadbod to Daddy training vlog. And today was posterior chain day, and I haven't deadlifted in just a little while, so I wanted to come in and deadlift, use the stiff bar. My grip was kind of giving out on this, so I stopped on one rep with 500, and I'm like, I'm going to have to do some real grip training. Because I went to pull it, and now granted I've been a bit fatigued with the cutting and other stuff, but still, even with the stiff bar, I've pulled 600 plus with this bar before. So again, really realize I'm going to have to do some extra grip training at this point. My grip will come back quickly enough, but again, very unhappy with that, unacceptable to me. And it's not really a strength loss per se from the cutting, because I did rep work with 315 on the bench yesterday, all flat back, all paused. So again, it just felt slippery. Now, granted, I'm sweating. It was hard to get good chalk on my hands. My chalk was problematic today. I used some of my other powdery chalk instead of purely liquid grip, but that shouldn't be enough to matter, right? Shouldn't be enough to matter. And I think this also kind of highlights the point that even those hanging leg raises, while nice, didn't really do enough for my grip, because I did those for a couple of months every workout. And I'm doing tons of pulling without straps, and it still feel like my grip just needs more work. So I feel like I do need the direct grip work. So I'm like, let's just do weighted dead hangs. This first set didn't feel so good. I probably went too narrow. So I went ahead, and while doing my glute ham raises, I did 4 sets of those. After each set, I did a set of hanging leg raises. I do have to be careful that the hamstrings don't cramp after doing those. So again, I just held on to these till I felt my fingertips start to slip. Now I went a little wider grip on the next 2, and I added weight. I went ahead and put 100 pounds on. I do feel like that'll definitely help. Will definitely help. But one of the things I also want to make sure my grip wasn't overtraining too much. Could have been a concern with all the hanging leg raises, but I don't think that really is. So I'm going to attribute this to probably just a little bit of general fatigue while cutting, but just simply not doing enough grip work, quite frankly. Combined with that bar, it probably wouldn't have felt that way with a deadlift bar. But should we be reliant on deadlift bars for grip? I'm going to go with no. No, we shouldn't be. So again, I need to get that to where that bar feels nice and comfortable again. And granted, people are like, aren't you training for bodybuilding? Yeah, I am. I am hypertrophy training. But I still want to do a little bit of the power building. I don't want to lose that. So I do feel like I need to do at least one heavy set of squat, bench, and deadlift every week, even if 99% of my training is all 8 to 20 rep hypertrophy training. Okay. Still want to get that little bit of heavy work in. So the glute ham raises here, I kept all these about 10 to 12 reps. 10 to 12 reps felt pretty good. So those went well, no issues there. The hamstrings did feel a little crampy on some of the hanging leg raises, but that's normal on this lift. So just got to be careful of not doing what I would do on a pull-up and just sticking the feet way up behind me. So again, after that, I went ahead and just went with shoulder width grip and just held till my fingertips started slipping. Keeping in mind my hands were sweaty. Hands were sweaty on these, so it doesn't help. But I feel like I should be able to hold 100 pounds longer than this. So again, this is indicative to me that we need to continue to work on this. Although doing dead hangs does display something else. When people say, Jason, you need to lock your elbows on all these things. There you go. Those are my elbows completely locked out. That's a hard lock. That's where they lock, right? Unless people think that I am strong enough to hold over 300 pounds with a bent elbow all that time in the same spot consistently, in which case that would be pretty impressive. So again, I feel dead hangs should hopefully resolve some of those silly comments that people say. It's like, I've shown that before. Actually, I've done it with 3 55-pound plates before. I've done a hang in the past. But man, did that do a lot for my grip when I used to do them weighted. So for me, that feels like a quick way to get the grip up. Maybe a little bit of pinch work. I might work in some plate pinches on some of these days. Just to make sure my grip is staying good, because we can't have the grip and forearms regress. That's also not good, even from a hypertrophy perspective. So again, easy solutions. These aren't cases of, oh, people can say, oh, you're lost grip. Well, no, I just didn't train it enough. And I'm acknowledging that. It's a simple fix. You just come in and train it. But my grip is absolutely regressed. And just the normal lifting hasn't even been enough, right? Doing all my pulling without straps for all the lats just simply hasn't been enough. Now, if I was using a deadlift bar, it would be fine. I want to be clear on that. If I just used pure liquid grip, my hands weren't sweaty, and I was using a deadlift bar, I could grip way more weight than that. But with that power bar, my hands sweaty, grip is not up to speed. So we fix it. So because I did all of that, and I'm really, last couple times on these reverse hypers, I'm like, let me just try to get sets of 20 with this weight, and I end up doing 5 sets. I'm like, no, I want to just do sets with these until they're completely fatigued, and I realize I can get 50 plus reps if I just dig in, and I think the second set I pretty much just took it till I couldn't stand it anymore. I got, 70 or 80 reps. So it also lets me know I need to just push these with way more volume, unless I want to load more plates on this thing. But then I've got to pull all the reds off and put tons of blues. I don't have enough of the calibrated blue plates. Like, it would interfere with my other training if I loaded them on. So I feel like on this it may be the case of we're just going to rep it out. But you know what? We'll get some really high reps in. Won't be bad for my cutting and calorie burn. I've been doing some of that throughout the week too. Like, I've been doing really high rep band press downs the last few days. Tons of crunches. Like, on the weekends, I've been doing a lot of them. Like, I did 1,000 crunches on Saturday and then 1,000 on Sunday. So another reason I'm not really doing ab work on camera, I'm doing tons of crunches. We start getting past 2,000 crunches a week. I think my abs are getting plenty of work. So, pretty much what I did. Not really much else to this vlog. You guys know why I do reverse hypers. I love these. I think they're a great exercise. One of the best prehab exercises for the low back, a great glute exercise, right? So it's ended up being a really good glute and hamstring day. But yeah, I went ahead and did grip training. And you know what? It's good for my shoulder health to do those. So I think on all the deadlift days, we're going to come in and do a bunch of dead hangs. But I also don't want to overtrain the grip because I do so much other pulling. I do pull-ups and chin-ups both on my back day and then my bicep day. We do rows, we do all that other stuff. So that's all being done, but again, let's go ahead and just do some direct heavy grip work. And that's the other thing too. The reason I'm going heavy on it, at this point, I feel like I just need that tension. My forearms probably need the tension. My grip, it handles lighter weights just fine. I mean, I rep out weighted pull-ups. It is that heavy weight they're running into a problem with. So I need to build that grip back up to handle that. And easy solution with dead hangs, maybe some plate pinches. It'll happen real fast. Might even work the fat bar back in for the barbell rows. So I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys and gals next time.